Yay. Like from this angle, my my chin looks very big. From here, oh, it's very sharp. So what time? I think it's like 3 o'clock afternoon, and I left. I left my talk in the last video, which was at last night, I think. And from there, I would like to continue that topic also, and also I would like to add a new topic that I would like to organize in my brain from today's lecture, kind of lecture. And yeah, anyways, so from the next from yesterday, I was talking about the lecture I had yesterday, and it was called cognitive neuroscience, I think. And I applied a special waiver to take the class, because after the class, if I can pass the class, I will be able to take in the next session 2, I can take a more experimental class, the class which has more experiments, more research based learning. So that's why I'm taking the current class. It's called the unit. In the unit, there's a unit which is like a class in Japan, and people here call it subject as well, but the unit is the official terminology. And inside the unit, there are some classes. One is probably tutorial, where you're gonna actually do some projects. You're gonna mostly output your learning, and then before that you have a tutorial. Yeah, I should have said tutorial first, because lecture first, because the lecture is basically you inhale the information. Yeah, I learned this expression from the professor teaching cognitive neuroscience. So I inhale information in the lecture, and then in tutorial I exhale. So this cycle, like breathing cycle, will renew my will modify my learning naturally. It's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult to process what you inhale to exhale in meaningful way. So that's what I'm working on here. But also sometimes you cannot even exhale. You can keep processing, like theoretically, and difficult to put it in practice. Yeah, I talked about this with Navied-san. Not Navied, San is Japanese. Navied-san. He's from India, and he studies criminology and international relation, something. Yes, so what am I talking about? Yeah, he asked me why I'm taking various units from different fields of studies, because I can theoretically connect the units I'm taking to explain the relationship between politics and biology, which is my ultimate kind of goal, an ultimate goal of interests, kind of. Anyways, so continuing from yesterday, I talked about the way lecture went, the half of the lecture went in the cognitive neuroscience class, in this unit, the lecture class. The teacher was very focusing on why that unit is structured in a way it is. She said, yeah, there are connections between each lectures and tutorials. The contents are all relevant in a subsequently in the order that you learn. The contents are relevant in the order that you learn. I think I think that makes sense. Yes, for me, yes is like a period. And for another half, the other half of the class, that lecture, I heard from the teacher say a lot. And what I heard is, if you remember from the COGS 1000, this is something such. Yes, COGS 1000 is the prerequisite unit for COG 2000, which I'm taking now, cognitive neuroscience. And I did apply for the special waiver and got accepted. So I am actually officially, I'm approved. I am eligible to take this 2000 unit, but almost all students already took 1000. So they have the knowledge already from the 1000, which was basically like inhaling lecture I heard from the classmate whose name is Alex. He said, oh, COG 1000 was basically lecture based and we didn't have experiment, and that's why I'm taking 2000. If there were the 2000 experiments in 1000, I will take just 1000, but there's not, so I'm taking 2000. And I don't have the knowledge or understanding from the prerequisite class directly. I knew some from TMU's lectures about neurons, but definitely the scale is different. Here, at TMU, I talked about the physiology in a molecular level of brain, of neurons, a lot, like receptors. But it seemed that here in the cognitive and brain science department, we focus on the general physiology, like blood flows and which part of brain works for what kind of function, which function. So we focus more on the functionality of mechanism and functionality of the brain, which actually are related to our behavior and cognition. Yeah. So the scale is different. In Japan, it was like very small scale in detail. So I should read. There's so much reading. Yes, yes, yes. So that was the other half of the class yesterday. And last night, I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to like conjunction. No, conjunction is not a verb. I'm trying to I am trying to shift the topic with a bit with relevance here. So I said lots of reading that oh, my eyes are closed. My brain's working very well to organize. Yeah, I'm trying to exclude other information and focus on my brain. So I said so much reading, and talking of readings, I had a good observation. Well, good is very subjective. I had an observation on people who played pool with me last night at the dormitory's recreation room, and they talked about books a lot. Like, have you read this book? Have you read this book? Oh yeah, that book was there's something will be released. Like it's gonna be like on TV show or movies. It seems like they read a lot of books. Yeah, and there are a bunch of books here at university, library, and here. And I do read some books, but the amount of reading, I feel like their reading and my reading is different by like two digits, like two more zero in terms of how many words you read in a day, like a per day, per time, per like slash time. So I would like to be good at reading from the through the study abroad. That skill will definitely help me with efficient research in the future. No, now I should be able to read. I want to be able to read books. Easily. How can I say? I want to be able to read books smoothly, I would say, but still having enough understanding of the contents. From there, okay, from there, that's one of the skills I would like to acquire. I hear like bass sound outside my room, and I think that's from the movie. I thought like some party is going on at the campus, but yeah, there is actually kind of party, but they don't play. Yeah, they do play some, but it shouldn't be heard from here because it's too far for the sound waves to travel, and there's so many buildings that block the waves going forward. Anyways, yes, the skill that I would like to acquire is reading. Reading, but also from my class. Okay, I'll just cut the video. It's too long here. So for the next video, I'm gonna talk about another skill I would like. I can, for now, I can express. Another skill I wanna train, which I can try to explain what that is in the next video. Did I have a verb in my sentence? I don't know. Next one.